You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about the Washington Commanders because, well, hell, if you're a Commanders fan / Redskins fan, and they're still the Redskins to me, as far as I'm concerned, if you're a Redskins fan today, you're baffled as to why Ron Rivera has still got a job. After all, he has taken 2 losses to, without a doubt, the worst team in the league, I think, the New York Giants. Now, some could say the Patriots. You certainly would have an argument there. I mean, it's a dumpster fire in New England too, but with a quarterback named Tommy DeVito, a guy that looked like he couldn't do trash the last, month? The Commanders dropped a game. Now, I want you to keep in mind something. All these years of Ron Rivera coaching, he's got 3 winning seasons. 3. Now, he's got a winning record for his career because he had a 14-2 and a 15-1 season. I get it. Those are really damn good years. They are. But 3 out of 13 years? Are you kidding me? And the calls this morning, as you can expect, are Ron Rivera getting fired. And I'm going to tell you what led to this video. There were actually a couple of stories that snuck out this morning that said he had been fired. And some had said he had been fired in the last 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes or so before I hit record. And then all of a sudden those stories disappeared and I couldn't find them. And then there's nothing on X. There's nothing from the insiders, any of them, about Ron Rivera having been fired. Now, my take on this, and yeah, he shouldn't have survived overnight. It should have been a wrap. But I do feel like there's a reason why he has not been fired. They play on Thanksgiving in 3 days. And I feel like that's the pivot point. Now, I want to sit here and tell you that they're going to go out and get destroyed by the Dallas Cowboys. But this is ungodliest, one of the most schizophrenic teams I've ever seen. Because, I mean, they damn near beat the Eagles, who some would say is the best team in the league. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Falcons. They beat the Patriots. That's no great feat. They almost beat the Seahawks. You know, they look like they have flashes of what looks like a playoff team. But that game is in Dallas, okay? And, yes, I think normally you would see a firing today. But I think it's going to be after this Cowboys game on Thanksgiving. It is not going to be a happy Thanksgiving. Anybody remember that? This is not going to be a happy Thanksgiving for Ron Rivera. I think this is it. When he rolls into Dallas, and he should get rolled, he's going to be out of a job on Thanksgiving Day or Thanksgiving afternoon or evening. Because you're going to have, you're going to have basically what's going to amount to about a 10, 11-day break in there for, I would assume, and everybody's been wanting this, that Eric Bieniemy is going to get the job in an interim basis to at least see what he can do. I mean, when the Commanders hired Eric Bieniemy to run their offense, everyone knew what might happen if things went bad for this team. Head coach Ron Rivera had yet to post a winning season with the Commanders. Heading into his 4th season, Washington had new ownership, and usually new ownership groups want their own coach. Bieniemy has been looking for a shot to be a head coach for a while. It hasn't happened yet when he was with the Chiefs, but there is a scenario in which Rivera would get fired, Bieniemy gets promoted. I would believe that's probably what's going to happen here. It's time for Washington to give Bieniemy his long-awaited chance at the rest of the season. An utterly embarrassing 31-19 loss to the Giants should be it for Rivera in Washington. Giants quarterback Tommy DeVito, who looked miserable as an NFL quarterback before Sunday, carved up the Commanders on Sunday. He had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. It's not Rivera's fault the Commanders traded away pass rushers Montez Sweat and Chase Young, but it's looking like Rivera won't be back for his 5th season. Washington is 4-7 after a home loss to the Giants team that had just 2 wins before Sunday, and one of them is against the Commanders. I mean, the fact is, this team should be what should they be right now? 6-5, 11 games. Yeah, 6-5. They should be 6-5 right now. And I think Sam Howell's actually a pretty good little quarterback. I do. Like a team giving a rookie quarterback a shot so it can tell if it needs to draft another quarterback. The Commanders have enough time to figure out if Bieniemy has promised to be a head coach. Sunday's game wasn't great for Bieniemy's offense either, with way too many turnovers. The Commanders had a shot at the win, but Howell threw a pick 6 under pressure with 16 seconds left that ended Washington's chances to pull out a win. That was one of 6 Commanders' turnovers. 6 turnovers. Wow. When you got 6 turnovers, you are a completely undisciplined football team. I mean, there's just no way around it. I mean, there they are right there. 255, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Good God. This team is not devoid of weapons, folks. Brian Robinson Jr., Logan Thomas, Terry McLaurin, Jamison Crowder, who they don't let play enough, Curtis Samuel. Remember when he was going to be something? He's been pushed aside. You know, Brian Robinson Jr. is a weapon, both running the ball and catching the ball. They have not updated this as of yet on PFF, but before this game, Sam Howell was the 22nd ranked quarterback in the league. I do think there's some flaws in this system. In my opinion, you know, he's been better than Derek Carr. He's been better than Jordan Love, I think. Even though Jordan Love actually showed up, he's been better than Ryan Tannehill. He has not been better than Baker. It's a toss-up. If you want, well, Justin Fields, you could say it's a toss-up there. But regardless, he's sort of middle of the pack, and you've got to ride out this season to see if you need to draft a quarterback. There are going to be quarterbacks even a little later in the draft. Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix would be a couple of guys that are going to be in play in this Washington Commanders sort of draft. This where they're going to be in the draft progression. Now, I go over here, I look at their schedule, and you don't know what team's going to show up. They should lose to the Cowboys. They should lose to the Commanders. Well, you're 4-9, but this team could beat the Rams 5-9, beat the Jets, 6-9. They're getting rolled by the Niners. You're at 6-10, and then at home against the Cowboys. Should be a win for the Cowboys, but it's in division. You never know. At best, this team is going 7-10. I do not think Rivera makes it through Thursday evening. I think Thursday is the pivot point. I think that's a wrap. I think he'll get destroyed by the Cowboys in Dallas, and Rivera will not have a happy Thanksgiving at all. And they can trial run Eric Bieniemy, who, by the way, if I'm a coach, I'm cleaning house. I mean, if I'm an owner, I'm cleaning house. Pardon me. If I'm an owner, I'm cleaning house there. I am. And look, I'm not hiring Bill Belichick. I'm not. I mean, I know that's a thing. I know that has got major fire with the Commanders. But buyer beware. If you hire him, he's liable to get rid of your talented players and then F up your draft in an epic way. Okay? I mean, his draft record is straight trash, homie. It just is. It's bad. Tell me what you think. I'm sure if you're in Washington, you're wondering, why is Ron Rivera not fired yet? I think it's because they play on Thanksgiving, and that's it. If they did not have this Thanksgiving Day game or a Thursday night game, I think he would have been fired yesterday afternoon. I think Thursday, it's a wrap. I do. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.